Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We're doing Season 4, Episode 2, followed by Season 4, Episode 3, as the fans may be curious. Next episode, because we're following the episodic order in which we follow the arcs, and it seems like we're going back to Buffy for an episode or two. This one is titled Living Conditions, which I imagine we may be dealing with Buffy's roommate and her attempt to live in the dorms, especially because Buffy's roommate didn't seem so jazzed that she was living with a person who was potentially mentally not stable.
Mentally stable non-smoker.
Exactly. Now I'm very excited to see what happens, and there's only one for us to keep watching. Find out.
Is to keep watching.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you very much. We're going to be joining. Wow.
Starting?
In 3, 2, 1. What just happened to me?
Word salad.
Word salad. Aphasia.
Wow, this music
Celine
is so...
Dion.
Is this Cher?
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm so bad. Mom would be so mad at me.
Going out? Yeah. I'm seriously caffeine deprived.
It's late. Won't you be up all night? I guess I just didn't realize you'd be coming and going at all hours.
Ooh.
Not that I mind. Oh, say, Buffy. I wanted to show you this little system I implemented.
Okay, then.
You didn't have a thief or something.
She's just playing the same song over and over. Her roommate is a monster, but like not actually.
She's setting boundaries, dude.
The roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, weird, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's...
College is a time of change, right? I bet before too long, she'll be trip-hopping all over the place.
Yeah. And I mean, this whole dorm thing is just an adjustment we need to make. You know, I mean, my roomie is kind of challenging, too.
And what are we, if not women, up to a challenge?
Exactly. I mean, did we not put the "gur" in girl?
What is that?
Those eyes look like they're TVs.
All right. Why don't you quit hiding, come out and face me like a thing?
Hey, I caught you.
Oh, God.
I just decided a decaf latte sounded like heaven after all. This is neat, isn't it? The fresh air, the trees, the smell What the blizzard was that all about?
He, tried to take my backpack.
God, what were you thinking, taking him on like that? God, and look at my sweater, it's ruined.
Yeah, sorry about that. Here, we'll go get you cleaned up.
At least she saw somebody attacking her, so she knew it wasn't like...
Right.
Yeah. I was about to be like, did she just get shoved and now she hates her roommate? Is Buffy the one or Kathy?
You run?
And jump. And bend.
Okay, you're not having one of those midlife things, are you? Because I'm still going ish from the last time you tried to recapture your youth.
You took your roommate patrolling with you?
Well, I invited the whole dorm, but she was the only one that could make it. You know, it's nice out here.
Yes, I take my tea out here sometimes.
What are you doing today?
It's a big day for me, actually. A friend of mine recently acquired an original Gutenberg demonography, and it suddenly occurs to me that you've never once asked me what my day's plans were, which would lead me to inquire whether you're feeling entirely yourself.
I just figured I'd hang here, you know, until my roommate goes to class.
Ah.
Living with somebody is never easy, especially for an only child.
Just listen to me, okay? When she sharpens her pencils, she measures them with a ruler to make sure they're all the same size.
But everybody has their idiosyncrasies. You do well to learn to tolerate them.
Or I'll end up an old lady who can only live with cats.
Something like that.
What are you doing?
Borrowing her clothes?
She's gonna find her crossbow and stuff. No. Oh no.
It's so dainty. She's like, whatever.
I'm just gonna take this shirt. I need the blouse, not that. Wearing her shirt.
Ex-boyfriend or loan shark?
I'm sorry, I just cut you.
No, stay. I'll watch your back.
He's actually watching her back.
Work it right, and you can get 3 meals worth, which equals fewer punch cards used annually.
And more cash from Dad that you get to keep for yourself.
Right. So the goal is to polish off as much as humanly possible in one sitting, while chipmunking items for future consumption.
Ah, got it.
College life, buddy.
Dry goods fit nicely in a backpack or your pocket.
That's Xander.
How do you get in there?
Not that I mind, but don't non-college guys usually populate the non-campus?
Usually. Just thought I'd come around and check on my girls.
And eat off.
He slaps Oz.
Now, a technique I know well. Hit the girl with your best shot, then Asta. Gotta respect the drive-by.
It looked like more than that to me. He got all googly-eyed.
And that's because he got hit by the Buffinator. Now he's powerless.
You think?
No question. He'll be back.
I like the hyping up of her. It's cute.
Squeeze in.
Is that my sweater?
I didn't think you'd mind. I mean, you got mine all muddy.
I was saving you from a
There.
mugger.
We're almost like sisters now, living together and
There
everything.
you go.
Yikes. This is not fine. You don't know her.
Not the ketchup.
The dramatic zoom in.
You can't believe the stuff that I have to put up with.
Yeah, I guess it's hard. But I'm sure the sweater thing was an accident.
Oz's band playing a party.
I feel like this is just her dorm room. There, it's a dorm party.
Bro. Oh, it's about to be a war. Dude, it's the petty war coming in.
God, someone just say something.
Who left their gum here?
Gum gnome?
It wasn't me. It had to be somebody, Buffy.
I don't know.
Dude, this is so petty. What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Do you always make that noise when you sleep?
Huh?
And the worst part, I wake up and there's cats.
Wait, now who's Giles
staring
on
at me
campus?
like I'm some kind of freak.
Just let anybody on campus?
Yeah, dude, it's campus.
You can read dreams? It's neat.
Giles, Kathy, Kathy, Giles.
He's our grown-up friend. Not in a creepy.
Maybe you can read the dream I had last night. There was like this monster, and he sat on me and he did all this stuff to me.
Stuff like scorpions and Bloody Mary minus the Mary?
That's it. How'd you know?
Well, I'm a good guesser.
Me too. And I'm guessing that you need to be on your way to class, right, Kat?
Sounds like somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
And guess what? You were next to it.
Bro, this is so petty. I've been here. I've been here.
It's ultra passive aggressive.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to the floss.
Buffy, focus, please.
She's so out of whack.
You guys can do the brain thing. I'm gonna go to class.
Which could also be construed as the brain thing.
Not when you're minoring in napping 101.
That class? I want that class.
Learning to live with someone can be.
Oh, is Kathy gonna die?
And she hasn't been sleeping.
Right then.
It's her own dorm if that happens.
Exactly.
Dude, I could not live with this is my roommate. I could not live with this roommate. I think almost.
Which one?
Lots of popular artists you don't get their due. Madonna, Whitney.
So totally.
Yikes!
I just stopped by to say
That's so. Parker was just gonna leave his number and go, but we just started talking. He was such a blast.
Look, if you two are gonna wrestle, do you mind taking it outside? I have a lot of work to do.
sorry. I didn't realize.
Oh, dude, this is terrible.
Well, it was great of you to stop by. Maybe we could do it another time.
Another time for sure. Bye, Kathy.
Bye. See ya.
Dude, this is gonna be so bad. Are you ready for it?
Let's go.
Let's
I
go.
would have killed. I wasn't moving in on your territory, if that's what you mean.
Right. Just like you didn't destroy my sweater.
Dude, this window.
I'm cold.
Well, I'm hot. Deal with it.
Do you know what your problem is, Buffy?
You?
Hardly. Your problem is you're spoiled. Maybe the world revolved around you where you used to live, but it's share time now.
Share time, huh?
She's gonna drink the milk. Drink the milk! Straight from the carton. Straight from the carton. Yeah.
I made it through that. That was real hard. Ugh. Cringe. Ooh. I like her outfit.
The girly best friend.
Dude, her style this season's been fire.
His too.
I polite.
Did she?
Her roommate's not good.
That's the joke.
How's she surviving? She's staying with Oz, probably.
That's one way to make sure you have no roommate. Ooh. They know each other?
Was that a vampire? It's a vampire girl.
Bro, what? Who are these people?
That wasn't the girl that was the mean girl from their high school, was it? That got bit by a vampire at the end of last season during the fight?
Maybe.
Nobody deserves mine, Buffy.
Kathy does. But you've never come on routine patrol with me before, Oz. So what's the deal?
Seem more interesting than homework? Just a thought, Buffy. Do you think that all this ranting is scaring away potential demons?
Ooh, you told her. Quiet.
She's even affecting my work now. She's the Titanic. She's a crawling black cancer. She's other really bad things.
On the plus side, you killed the bench, which was looking shifty.
Something has to be done.
Was he the best character in the show?
Agreed.
Huh?
What's up with him? This is so relatable, isn't this?
Writing your name on each individual egg is where it goes crazy. Wow, look at that computer.
Gonna turn the light back on, isn't she? Same dream.
Jeez. I mean, sometimes I get the feeling that she is not quite normal, you know? Well, normal is relative, right?
Follow her, Buffy. Follow her. Follow her. Oh, damn it.
Are you talking to her?
Confrontation.
I've been thinking a lot about this, and it's clear to me now.
Good. That's better.
Kathy's evil. I'm an evil fighter. It's simple. I'm gonna have to kill her.
What? Did she crack? Like the egg?
I feel like it's the demon influence.
Do you think the demon's making them act like this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Toenails?
Evil toenails. I took them off the floor last night when she was in the bathroom. She thought I was asleep.
Good thinking, because in the middle of the night, those toenails could have attacked you and left little half-moon marks all over your body.
The point is, I measured them before I fell asleep, and again this morning. And they grew. That's a demon thing. She has to be eliminated.
Huh?
Giles, I just talked to Buffy, and yeah, I think she's feeling a little insane. No, not bitchy crazy, more like homicidal maniac crazy. So I told her to come see you.
Bye, she's coming.
Hello?
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Not yet, but it will.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, please don't say that. We're doing this.
She has parts that keep growing after they're detached. She irons her genes. She's evil.
I fear the demon that Buffy met in the woods has somehow possessed her.
Light FM. Love songs. Nothing but love songs.
In fact, you might want to be apart before she gets back.
What do you mean? I should leave the room? Why should I go?
It's not fair, I know.
You bet it's not fair. Having to live with someone who's obviously troubled. Someone who so clearly needs to be in a home, not in a dorm.
Oh my god.
Going through something, yes, but
I wouldn't put it past her to drop out or take off or something.
Come on, Willow.
You can see it in those shifty little eyes of hers. Days she might even push somebody too far.
she's a Giles. Okay. During that really short phone call, I realized you are so right.
I don't know if I tighten those ropes enough.
Well, then we better go over there and check them.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, I knew it. She was gonna be out.
Nope, not tight enough.
God damn.
Kathy.
Buffy?
What is happening?
Oops. Look what I did.
Bro, it was so petty.
Oh shit!
Look what I did.
All right, it's the demon. Oh! What?
Oh wow, they actually were possessing her.
I knew it!
Whoa! That was a twist.
What the fuck is that?
You know, why don't you just stuff it and let me finish my ritual?
Ritual?
The ritual of Mok-Tagar, a race of transdimensional demons, involves the forced ingestion of animal blood while the victim slumbers.
Oh, it's actually happening to Buffy.
Ugh.
I left my dimension to go to college, and they sent these guys after me.
But while the Mok-Tagar can assume many forms and guises, including human, they can always be recognized by others of their kind due to the lack of a soul.
She did have no soul. Wow. This is a twist I didn't see coming.
That Buffy was right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the lesson I'm supposed to take from here is. Fight your roommates?
Yeah, fight your roommates. Trust your instincts.
Your roommate is an evil interdimensional being?
Oh! She's a demon. She's strong.
Ooh.
Giles have shackles like any self-respecting bachelor.
I just saw Kathy and she's acting.
All you had to do was write down.
Oh, he just has ritual stuff, like, at all times.
Yeah, the high school blew up.
Oh, the pencils.
People are trying to study.
Actually.
The window!
It all comes back to the goddamn window.
Windows open. Happy?
Oh, it's going backwards.
Perfect timing.
It's her parents! What the fuck is going on?
Bo's like, I gotta go.
How's that?
They're gonna be roommates!
Right.
Go to the left. I've always thought I was pretty easygoing, you know? It's not like I have the big issues.
Uh-oh.
I don't burn incense or...
You gonna finish this?
You really don't know someone until you live with them. It really, you think you do, and then you live with them, and you're
No,
like,
it's true.
Jesus, I can't live with you.
Is this where we talk about our roommate experiences for a little bit?
That's a whole podcast.
That's a whole podcast.
episode,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, so I'll just, before we get to the discussion, I'll ever ask, have you ever had a bad roommate?
I don't think he watches this channel. If you do, hi, Cody. I'm sure Cody would say I was also a bad roommate. So, it is what it is.
That's how it usually goes both ways. Yeah, I've had one. Maybe two, but I don't remember. No. One.
Just two?
I can't count sister.
Can you count family?
No. So, yeah, one just that was messy, but, among other things. Besides that, I loved how the only downside to her roommate was that she was sucking her soul. Besides that, it really just was a regular run-of-the-mill college experience for Buffy, having to deal with living with someone
Music
new.
on, window open,
Nails.
eating each other's food. Yeah,
Exactly. And, when you're first time living with someone, that's one of those things you get used to, especially because,
And that was a good point about her being an only child having to deal with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And she's, sleepovers, excluded. You never know what it's like to live with someone until you actually live with them.
People are, like, polite at sleepovers. When you're living with someone, like, there's the politeness slowly dwindles and you have raw person.
Now I will say that I cannot blame Kathy for certain things, like labeling the food is a little bit overdone, but it's really crazy. But telling somebody that your food's in there and please don't eat it. Maybe if you're starving you can have something, but that's the thing, that when you're new to living with someone, you don't know how to set boundaries properly and then also communicate that, which is what they both needed to do.
And that's like a huge thing. Yeah. Like I just got new roommates like within the past year, and it was a learning experience, just because it always is. And I think we're on a pretty good page, and it's stuff that certain people are okay with and other people are not. So like, as an example, like previously, like similar with Kathy, like the food was separate. And then like now this time, like we share basic stuff like toilet paper, milk, whatever, like, because it's just easier that way. Yeah. And I think it just comes with time because you're very defensive off the rip living with new people.
Yeah. I mean, and it's human basic necessities is, food, shelter, water. So you're going to be defensive of your food initially, especially if you're buying, in Kathy's case, it looked like she bought all the food in the fridge.
Yeah. And Buffy was kind of like just jumping on and like eating her milk and stuff.
Yeah. And I like how the metaphor of the egg cracking was Buffy cracking. Because I mean, even though she was correct in the fact that that girl was a demon, she didn't have proof up until that moment. She was just in
literally until her face got ripped off. It was crazy, Buffy.
Yeah, and then I like how she's like, "No, her nails are growing," and I waited until
no one believed her. Everyone was like, "That sounds crazy."
And I like how the girl was pretending to have visions too, just to make it seem realistic.
And she was the one doing it.
But there's the whole, I like how the only time the demons show up in this universe to go after Buffy is when she's with the girl out on a trip. It seems like she was really just joining her to get something to eat, or maybe one of the things too that maybe one thing I'm going to notice now is that she said she was going to get a coffee so the roommate couldn't perform the ritual on Buffy if she's out all night and if she's awake. So that downside is that, especially because she's on a time frame because her demon parents are looking for her, which
is so funny.
I love that little young lady. What are you doing? You treat me like I'm 900 and I'm 3,000. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's so funny.
Meanwhile, Angel's just a toddler, apparently.
Yeah, Angel is a toddler. I mean, Anya has existed since the dawn of time.
Which, as we all know, is last Wednesday.
Yes. I really like how there's the whole group of students that Oz noticed?
Yeah.
And I think one of them, I'm not 100% sure.
She's not familiar.
So I think it was the blonde girl that used to be the bitch. I think Harmony was her name.
Which also, like, but if that's the case, like, they didn't bother Oz?
Well, he doesn't really know.
Or do they just not drink werewolf blood?
I don't know. Maybe they know he's a werewolf, so that's why they and he smells vampire.
Is this just Monster Campus?
But I mean, I wonder why Oz tagged along too with Buffy for this, because there was their whole, Oz never tagged along, she says, and he's there. And was it to keep an eye on her for Willow, or just to, like, does he have an ulterior motive? Or they
could have been a lot of things. It could have been he saw those three people and went along with Buffy to see if his hunch was correct that they're vampires.
Maybe. I I think they're vampires, and I think the one girl, I don't know if it is her because I didn't get to see correctly, but it did look like it was the girl. I think Harmony was her name from Cordelia's friend group. I know she did get bit by a vampire in the last season at the end, so there's a chance that she could be a vampire now. But I'm not 100% sure. It's interesting, though, that we have this whole thing going on, and Willow is just so well adapted to being placid, because Willow feels like 99% of the time, 9 out of 10 times, Willow is just like tries to do her best not to cause issues and like kind of be, you know, that good person. And her roommate's throwing massive parties and she's not complaining.
Yeah,
but Buffy is
over the window being closed.
Now I really enjoy the fact that they moved in together, and that's a better, you know,
it's so
it's a better solve than Buffy being by herself, because that would feel like a little, you know, this one allows her to have Willow and her grow closer, and it allows Willow to be included in more in the series. Xander is obviously off campus, so it feels like he's kind of been pushed off a little bit. Giles too, but I mean, they're supporting characters in this series, so they come and go as the episode dictates, as we saw. And I like to see, you know, that going on, especially because you don't always need those type of characters forefront, especially as we try to develop new characters such as the TA boy, the professor, you know, other stuff. I don't remember the other guy's name that she met this episode, but he, you know, was hitting on her, you know, roommate, which was yikes.
Parker,
yeah, you're right.
Parker something.
Parker, you know, it was interesting. But now Buffy gets him to all to herself because Parker's gone. The roommate's gone. I'm very curious though, because with the introduction of a lot of characters too, it does leave a lot of room for some of them to be monsters and some of them to not be monsters. You know, be potentially killed.
You know, rolling back, remember last episode when Xander met the roommate and they were like, you were like, oh, is there a spark there? There was a spark there. She's a monster.
That's got to be something we're going to watch out for now on.
We keep saying that. It's been, what, 3 seasons?
If Xander likes the teacher, she's a monster. If Xander likes any of the girls at school, they're monsters. Oh, that's so funny. What else? I don't think anything else besides it's nice to see Giles is still kind of taking a leisurely time. And I really do enjoy his role as stepping into more of like a father figure for Buffy, as he's no longer the Watcher or the Librarian. So it's fun to see that. Not anything else really, because the episode was just all focused on the roommate, and God, that was really some of those scenes really got to me. They were really cringy in some of them. Like the confrontation was also like hard for me to watch. And then I related way too much to some of the things going on, like they
did a good job.
You know, it was terrible. But I just like to say how, like, you know, how clever the writers are with, like, you know, that being the mom, in the sense that, you know, they weren't trying to steal Buffy, they were trying to take her, and they weren't showing up on the
classic misdirect.
Yeah, classic misdirect, and you know, it's subverted our expectations as usual with Joss Whedon. No.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us with 732 Review Crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Mike.
And if you do enjoy this content, check out the Patreon, which has full lengths for this and other series. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Toodaloo.